Okay, good morning. How are you guys? Okay, here we are again. Make your feet nice and wide. We're just gonna work our hips a little bit. So I want you to shift them to the left and then shift them to the right. Just keep going side to side. Just to wake up your inner thighs. Why not? Wake up the whole body. Okay, now make a little circle in one direction and then change the direction. Do one more. Okay, sweep the right arm all the way up to the ceiling, straight up and then over a little. But not to the extent that you're bending your arm. I'd like your arm to be nice and straight and reaching out away from the body. And then do the same on the other side. Sweep it straight up, get it long, and then just go over a little. Just enough that you feel a nice stretch right on that left side. Okay. Make a fist, thumbs up, sweep the elbows back, squeeze them together, and then let them come forward and open them with the palms facing up. And then close and sweep back. Squeeze them together, pull them forward, take them out. So you're trying to move the arms as far back as you can with your palms facing up. And then pull them back and squeeze. We're going to do this one more time. Nice. Now, you're going to take the arms straight back with your palms facing the earth. You're going to hinge forward a little bit. And now just take the arms up and back. This is just part of your warm-up. Shouldn't be that crazy hard. But keep all the weight in the back of the feet and your butt back. Do a few more. Okay, now we're going to fold our torso halfway down. And you're going to sweep the arms out to the side. Your palms are facing the floor. And then connect the palms back together and sweep them back out. And keep this going. Working the back of the shoulder, back of the arms. Keep the arms nice and long. Okay, let the arms just sort of hang. Take the right arm forward and up, and then the left. Now the palm is facing the midline of the body. A few more. Keep drawing the belly button up and into the spine. Okay, now we're going to fold all the way down, let your head go. Nice stretch for the back of the legs and the lower back. We're going to hang out here a little bit and get some good blood flow to our face. Just make sure you're not trying to hold the head up. You just kind of want to unweight and let the whole upper body just dangle. If you can, you're in a straight leg. Now take your fingertips to the floor out in front of the feet, and you're going to extend the spine and fold back down. And do that 4 or 5 more times. Inhale, extend, exhale, fold. You want to bring your breath to the party here. Okay, hold the spine extended, bend your knees. So you're letting the knees pull forward over the toe box. So we're stretching out the lower calves, and your Achilles is where you should feel this. Go back to that straight leg, keep your spine extended, and bend the knees and let them pull forward. Straighten and bend. And do that a few more times. Okay,
Fold all the way down, but I want you to now turn your toes off the mat. So your toes are facing out. Your upper body is just hanging. Your legs are straight if you can get them straight. Now we're going to extend the spine, fingers are in the same place they were previously, and just lower your butt. And then go back to that straight leg. Keep your spine in extension so you're not rounding your back. Squat down low. So you're feeling this in your groin, inner thighs. Back to a straight leg. And one more time. Squat down. Try to shift your weight backwards. Lift your hands off the floor if you can. And just hold here for a second. And then come up to a straight leg. Sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then relax. Step your feet in, hip width. Big deep breath. We're going to pull down nice and slow and walk it out to a plank. So as soon as those hands get to the floor, start walking. Once you're in your plank, just hold here for a sec. I want you to lock out those knees. So really push the legs straight and the heels back. Now go to a down dog. Heels push to the floor. Come back to plank. Push your heels back. Back to down dog. And do that 3 or 4 more times. Make sure you're hollowing out that belly, so important. Okay, hold your down dog, lift your left leg. Get up on the toes on that right foot. Draw the heel down, lower the left leg, switch sides. Right leg up on the toes on the left foot. Lower that left heel, lower the right leg. Come back to plank. Step your feet into bear. Hold the knees 1 inch above the floor. Nice little stretch for the pad of the foot. Small dog. Elevate up both heels. And then draw them down. Do it again. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Back to bear, shoulders over wrists. Knees down. Walk your wrists in a little bit, get into your cat-cow position and do about 5 or 10 cat-cows. Depending on how slow or fast you're going. Explore different angles. Keep the belly button hollowed out the whole 45 minutes. So that's one of your goals for today's class. The second one is to get a little bit edgy with your muscles. So make sure you're challenging them appropriately. What does appropriate mean? Not too easy. And don't take it to the impossible. Okay, from here, we're going to flatten the feet. So you're on the tops of your feet. I want you to open your knees. And then sit back on the heels, nice and slow. Slide your palms to the corners of the front of your mat. Chest going down towards the floor, head off the floor. Keep your neck long. Just breathe. Slide your hands back. So now you're just sitting on your heels. We're going to just stay here for a second while those shins
get a nice little stretch. If it's not comfortable for you, just go right to staff pose. I'm gonna stay here for a few more breaths. Okay, kick those feet out to the side, have a seat, take the heels to the corners of the mat. Sit up nice and tall, bring the arms out in front. We're gonna lift the arms up to the ceiling, try to reach for the ceiling. Now draw the belly button in and see if you can just roll the torso back ever so slightly till you feel an oh my gosh in your six-pack muscle. Hold that while you breathe, suck it in. Now take the arms down. You're going to come between the legs, forearms down as you slide the hands out. Let your head go, spinal flexion. Just breathe. Okay, sit yourself back up. We're going to take one weight and set it down on the front of our mat. Set it so it's standing up. And if you can't, or it's going to fall, just rely on your old noggin to get these legs up nice and high and over the weight, or just up nice and high. One time on each leg, so you're alternating up and over. Go as high as you can and try not to collapse the lower back. So not only are you challenging your hip flexors here, but you're also challenging the core. Keep the belly in. I'm going to do some more here, maybe 4 or 5. Get it up as high as you can, down to the floor and back. As you start to fatigue these hip flexors, you have a tendency to want to lean back. Try not to let that happen. 2 more. Nice. Okay, take that weight out of the way. We're going to slow it down as we C-curve the spine and come all the way down Pilates style, nice and slow. Take the arms all the way back behind you. Hold on this spot as you breathe. Nice. Bring the arms back forward. Lift your head, tuck your chin, draw in the belly, roll back up. Come between the legs, flex the spine. Okay, sit yourself up. That's your warm up. You're going to flip your legs around. We're going to start out with 10 push-ups. And then we're going to do 15 chest presses with the heaviest weight we can find. So right now, let's do these 10. Great job. When you're done, you're flipping back around onto your back with the heaviest weights from your pile of weights. We're doing 15 regular chest presses. So let's go. Elbows go out to the side. Palms are facing forward. Keep those wrists nice and neutral.
Okay, if you've done your 15, put these weights down. Grab your small, tightest band that you have for outer hips, wrap it above the ankles. You're lying back down. Open the feet nice and wide. Close on 3 counts. So it's easy. You're opening on 3 and you're closing on 3. That's your pace. We're doing 15. And try to sink that torso, lower those ribs and belly. Make sure you work as much range as you can. You've got to fight for each one. Going out and in. Two more. Okay, take the band all the way above the knees. Put your feet on the floor in a bridge position. So you got your legs bent, your feet close to your butt. Feet are hip width apart to start. Maybe a tiny bit wider, but that's it. Tuck your pelvis up. Roll up into a bridge. Keep your arms going straight up to the ceiling. Now open the knees as wide as you can and close till the knees are touching. Do that 15 times. Open and close. Give those knees a big squeeze before you open. And when you're opening, I want you to kind of hang out there for a second, see if you can open any further before you start to close. So we're not doing this in a hurry. Keep your hips up. Okay, if you're rolling onto the sides of the outer feet to get those knees a little further apart. Big squeeze every time. You want to work those arms, take them halfway back behind you. Keep them nice and long. It's really good for your hips. Make each one fabulous. Make each squeeze better than the last. Okay, you're gonna bring the arms back down onto the floor. Do 3 more reps, and then we're gonna hold out and add a little pulse. Okay, hold this last one out. Pulse it out an inch and in an inch. You're on the sides of the outer feet. Keep going. If this is feeling easy, you're not opening the legs enough. You should feel this in the side of those butt cheeks. Hold them out. Just hold a little wider. Okay, slowly lower your butt to the floor. Get rid of the band. We're gonna just give ourselves a big hug with these knees. Bring them into the chest. Maybe a little circle. Okay, rock and roll back up. Flip it back around. We're gonna do 10 more push-ups. So the arms, the elbows should be going out 45 degrees from the body. When you're done your 10 push-ups, find those heavy chest press weights again. This time, we're gonna have the elbows also go out 45 degrees from the body. So you're slightly changing the angle from our first round. Still keep your wrists neutral. Lower the forearms and press back up. Sink your rib cage and your belly. Try to go slow on the way down. We're looking for 15 reps. Your low back skin should be pressing down onto the floor, right? You got a little pelvic tilt. Okay, when you're done your 15, put those weights off to the side. Or we're gonna do tricep extensions. I'm not sure if you use the same weights, but I usually go a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna start out the weights pointing up towards the ceiling. So bend the elbows, let the weights touch the shoulders, come down slowly, press back up. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Nothing's moving from the elbow to the shoulder. You're lifting and lowering those forearms with control. I'm gonna start to alternate because I'm running out of gas. Do whatever you can to try to get through 15 reps. Make sure you're letting the weight come all the way down to tap the shoulder. So you're working the full range. Okay, that's it for me. Put them away. We're gonna come up onto our feet and we're gonna do some bicep curls. I'm gonna use my long band just to switch it up. Saturday we did a lot of curls with weights. But if you don't have a long band like this, go ahead and use your weights. So I'm gonna step on it. Hip width apart with my feet. I'm gonna hold them up here and then I'm just gonna lower one and then the other. Make sure when you lower the hand, whether you're using weights or a band,
you fully extend the arm. So a lot of people, when they do bicep curls, they let the elbow pull forward. Keep it sort of tucked into the side of your body. Helps you to really isolate the bicep muscle. Standing nice and tall. You can do a few more. Okay, so I'm gonna do simultaneous one up, one down, a little bit quicker, just to finish off this exercise. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and done. Okay, give those arms a nice little shake out. I'm gonna pick up my red small band, which is one less than the black. First, I'm gonna get a quick sip of water. We're gonna do some rotation while we hold the lunge. So I've got my right foot forward, my left leg back. So get that left foot pretty far back if you can. Here we go. So I've got the band right over my wrists. I've got a tiny little bend in my front leg, barely nothing. I'm gonna lean in. As I lean in, get even higher on the toes on the back foot. Now open out the arms further apart so you really feel the band challenging. Once you have that, keep the arms pulling apart, lower the arms, lift, rotate to the right, come back, lower. We're doing this 5 times. Rotate, lower, stay nice and proud through the chest. And you got to be leaning forward that you feel that right glute on fire. Not to mention these arms. Okay, step in. Woo. Shake it out. That's kind of hard. Okay, you ready? Switch legs. Try to go a little far between the feet, right? Up on the toes on the back foot. Barely any bend in your front leg. Lean forward. Open up those arms. Lower. Lift. Rotate to the left. Come back. Lean more forward if you can. Rotate. Don't be in a hurry, right? You're only doing 5, so slow it down. Should be burning on these arms, I hope. Okay, there we go. Whew, shake it out. Back down on the floor. Lying all the way down. Bring your knees into the chest, make a nice little circle to massage that lower back. Okay, feet to the floor. We're gonna rock the pelvis. Down, forward, up, and backwards. Do that 5 times. Draw the belly in while you do it. Nice, okay. Find the heaviest weight you have. I'm gonna use my 15. I'm gonna set it on my hips. Walk my feet in really close to my butt. Low back skin on the floor. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Your feet are hip width apart, as are your knees. Keep the back of the arms off the floor. Squeeze your knees in to touch. And open back out.
So it's not a big move. You're really just working those inner thighs. So whatever the distance of the hips are is what the knees are moving. In on 3 counts, big squeeze, out on 3. We're doing 15 in total. Probably working on your last 10. Make each one fabulous. When we get to the last 5, we're going to open our feet just a tiny bit wider. Okay, open them a little wider, step them out, and now keep going for your last 5, nice and slow. Maybe 5 counts in, and then open, slowly, squeeze, open, really slow, squeeze, open. You have 2 more, why not? Make them great, squeeze. You want those butt cheeks talking to you. Okay, just hold your inner thighs squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release down. Oh my goodness. Keep this single weight that you have. Hold it however you like. We're going to do some lat pulls. So I'm going to bend my legs. I'm going to get my low back on the floor. Both arms need to remain straight. Take them back behind you. Keep your ribs down. Pull them forward. 15 repetitions, not fast. So I'm working on my last 10. That's how slow I'm going. Belly is down, ribs are low. Don't forget to breathe. Keep your neck nice and long. Should be no tension there. I got 5 more to do here. Go slow. I like to keep the same pace going back as coming forward. It's just really controlling the movement. One more. Keep those arms straight. Nice job. Okay. Put that weight off to the side. We're going to lie back down, bring both knees into the chest to make that nice little circle again, massaging that lower back. Okay, put your feet down on the floor, get them, the heels as close to your butt as you can. Feet are hip width apart. You're going to roll up into a bridge. As high as you can lift the hips without the knees splaying out to the side. Weight in the heel, tight through the belly, pick up that right foot, 1 inch off the floor. Now please don't let your hips shift. Put that foot down, switch sides. It's 1 inch, that's it. And switch. You're up for 3 counts, so 3, 2,
1, and then down slow and switch. So you're really controlling the movement so that the hips stay very quiet. Switch. Switch. Okay, now this time when you pick up the foot, I want you to extend the leg straight out. Thighs are at the same height. Point the toes on the extended leg. Lift the hips up a little bit higher. Pick your arms up off the floor if you don't need them for balance. Put that foot down. Lift the left. Extend. Pick those hips up even higher. This is a very good indication of how strong your core is. If you can master this move, exhibiting square hips and lots of control. Switch again. And one more time. Put that foot down. Walk your feet in a little closer. Pick those hips up a little bit higher. Take the arms back to the floor. Spread out the chest. Just hold here. Lift the right heel up and then the left. When you lower the heel back down, go in slow motion. It's a little calf raise in a different position. So you want to really resist when you lower the heel. We're going to do about 4 or 5 more. Nice and slow. Good ankle work and calves. Okay, slowly lower your butt back down. We're going to rock the pelvis forward and then back, just to sort of give that lower back a nice little release. Do it slow. Now extend the legs all the way out and the arms all the way back. Palms face each other. Sink your rib cage. Let the arms pull forward. Lift your head up. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time while you pull in the belly. Dive between the legs. Hold this spine in flexion as you breathe 3 or 4 breaths. Keep the spine in flexion. Roll yourself back down very slowly. Take the arms all the way back. Now I want you to bend your legs a little bit. So pull your feet in maybe 3 or 4 or 5 inches. See if you can sit yourself back up this way with bent legs. Arms pull forward, head lifts, draw in the belly, roll up, feet stay down, dive between the legs. Spine stays flexed. Okay, sit yourself up. We're going to kick our feet out to the side. I'm going to fold the front part of my mat over. I'm getting down into a forearm plank, what we call 8 points on the floor. So it's an 8-point plank. So I've got my palms, elbows, knees, and toes all on the floor. Hips are up, belly is in. Just hold. Now, if you had your Wheaties this morning and you're feeling strong, you can take those elbows a little bit more in front of the shoulders. It's going to make this 8-point plank series a lot harder. Keep the belly pushing it up and into the spine. Pick your left knee up,
Draw the left heel back. So that leg on the left is really straight. Your right knee is still on the floor. Put that left knee back down, switch to the right. Straighten it. Bend, straighten. We're going side to side in slow motion. Don't let the hips collapse. Don't let the belly hang out. Now pick both knees up at the same time and then lower them back down. Do that 5 times and then we're done. Make it great. Nice, okay. Walk your forearms back. Meet me in child's pose. You're there for 5 breaths. Whatever version thereof that you like. Okay, come on back up. We're gonna meet in a full forward fold. So completely unweight the upper body, just let it hang there with your legs straight. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. We have 1 stretch to do for both legs. So pigeon stretch. You're going to step your left foot forward. Take it as far forward as you can get it with both heels staying down on the floor. So get a little edgy with this today. Now walk it down, spine long. Nice and slow. Hands to the floor on either side of that front foot, fold over the leg, let the head go. Spine is in flexion, hips are square. Take your hands back up to your shin, extend the spine. Walk it up slowly. Step your back foot forward and we're just going to switch sides. Big step back with that other foot. Come on down slow. Should be a little challenging for balance as well if you've got your feet far apart. Hands all the way down, fold over the front leg. Really try to get that right leg completely straight. Okay, bend that right knee. Put your hands down in the front of the mat. Step back to plank. And from this plank, I want you to go to a downward facing dog. Feet are 4 to 6 inches apart with your heels down and your legs straight. Make sure you can see the sides of your arms through your peripheral vision. Hold here for a few breaths. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Extend the spine. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Flip your palms, reach for the ceiling. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Good job being here. Woo, we did it.
Oh.
Hello.